जय श्री माताजी। आज शाम के ध्यान में उपस्थित सभी सहजी भाई बहनों का हम प्रतिष्ठान पुणे से हृदय से स्वागत करते हैं। We heartily welcome all Sahaji brothers and sisters in today's collective evening meditation from Pratishthan Pune. आइए हम सभी श्री माताजी को वंदन करते हैं और सामूहिकता में कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेते हैं। Let's bow down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and let's take collective bandhan. दोनों हाथ गोदी में रखते हैं। We will keep our both hands on lap and feel the vibration. चित्त को सहस्त्रार पर रखकर प्रार्थना करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर आज के सामूहिक ध्यान में बैठने की हमें अनुमति प्रदान कीजिए। We will keep our whole attention on Sahasrara Chakra. We'll pray, Shri Mataji, please grant us your divine permission to sit in today's evening meditation. तीन महामंत्र तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र. Let's say three Mahamantra. Later we will say Shri Ganesh mantra. संतुलन हेतु बायां हाथ गोदी में रखते हैं, दाहिना हाथ पृथ्वी माता पे. Let's keep our left hand on lap, right hand on Mother Earth. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारे ईड़ा नाड़ी की सर्व बाधा, सर्व दोष, भूतकाल के विचार इस धरती तत्व में खींच लीजिए. Shri Mataji, kindly absorb all my negativities, all my thoughts through this Mother Earth. Whole attention on left channel. चित्त को लेफ्ट चैनल पर रखते हैं. परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हम आपकी महाकाली जी की शक्ति को हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी पर महसूस करना चाहते हैं. Shri Mataji, kindly grant all the powers and qualities of Shri Mahakali within us. धीरे से अपना दाहिना हाथ गोदी में लेते हैं, बायां हाथ आकाश की ओर. Let's keep our right hand on lap, left hand towards ether. परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी की सर्व बाधा, सर्व विचार, अतिरिक्त उष्णता इस आकाश तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए. Shri Mataji, kindly absorb all my heat, my thoughts, all badhas through this ether. Whole attention on right channel. परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हम आपकी महासरस्वती जी की शक्ति को हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी पर महसूस करना चाहते हैं. कृपा कर महासरस्वती जी के सर्व गुण, सर्व शक्ति हमें प्रदान कीजिए. Shri Mataji, kindly grant us all the qualities and power of Shri Mahasaraswati. Now we will keep both hands on Mother Earth. हम बड़ी सहजता से हमारे दोनों हाथ धरती तत्व पर रखेंगे। Slowly we will keep our both hand on Mother Earth and we will take a long breath. एक गहरी सांस लेते हैं, चित्त को मध्य मूलाधार पर स्थित करते हैं। चार बार ओम का उच्चारण करेंगे। We will chant Om for 4 times. संपूर्ण चित्त कुंडलिनी माँ पर रखेंगे। कुंडलिनी की हलचल पर ध्यान रखेंगे। Let's keep our whole attention on Mother Kundalini. Let's feel the sensation of our Mother Kundalini. श्री माताजी, आप ही साक्षात श्री गौरी माता कुंडलिनी हैं। कृपा कर हमें इस कुंडलिनी माँ के प्रकाश से शुद्ध कर दीजिए, चैतन्यमय कर दीजिए। धीरे से अपना लेफ्ट हैंड गोदी में लेते हैं, फिर राइट हैंड गोदी में लेते हैं। Slowly we will take our left hand on lap. Later we will take our right hand on lap. धीरे धीरे कुंडलिनी के स्पंदन को महसूस करते हुए सुषुम्ना से कुंडलिनी माँ को सहस्त्रार पर लाते हैं। Slowly, slowly we will bring our whole attention on Sahasrar through Sushumna Nadi. Swadishthana. नाभि, अनाहत, विशुद्धि, आज्ञा, सहस्त्रार, श्री माताजी हमें ध्यान की गहराई प्रदान कीजिए, हमें संतुलन दीजिए, हमें निर्विचारता दीजिए। Shri Mataji, kindly grant us the balanced state, thoughtless state, इसी स्थिति में हम परम पूज्य श्री माताजी की अमृतवाणी ग्रहण करते हैं। आज की अमृतवाणी है 1981 Swadishthana Chakra. Now we will sit in the meditation and will listen Shri Mataji's Amritvani. Today's Amritvani is from 1981 Swadhisthana Chakra.
It is triggered, as I told you, by the attack from the left collective subconscious. As I told you yesterday, it happens like that. So, one has to realize that this kind of madness of speeding up yourself is not needed. What is the need? I have seen people, they'll be alright, but before the plane has to leave, about 3 hours before that, suddenly goes wrong in them. Suddenly. They got mad. They didn't forget this, forget that, forget everything, land up there without passport, without their money, without everything. Till 3 hours they are alright. Suddenly the idea that they have to go, they go crazy. This is also the work of speedometer, which spoils your sense of judgment, sense of stability, and you start behaving as if you have gone mad. And anybody who sees people at the airport, I get really frightened the way they are. They don't know where they are going, what's happening to them. There's nothing to be so frightened. What is there to be so much worried? I mean, I have never worried about time all my life. I have never missed a plane. I have never missed a train. I don't know why to worry. After all, if you have to miss it, you'll miss it. Mostly I have seen people plan out to miss, to leave things at home. Most of those people who plan out too much always miss things at home and also miss the plane. It's a common thing. Or they will not find out if the plane is out or is not coming or something like that. This is one of the examples I have told you, because these days people try to save the time. You are trying to save the time. Everybody seems to be trying to save the time. Somebody said that I must go to London. Can you arrange my passage? I said, I don't know anybody with these airlines people. I don't know, how will I help you? No, you must arrange, a relation of mine. I said, why? What is the need for you to go to London so fast? After all, you can go tomorrow. It's all right, doesn't matter. Whenever you get the seat, you can go. What is such a hurry? I mean, at least the government of Britain is not going to fall down. Maybe Indian government, many government servants think that the Indian government is there because of them. It's all right. I don't mind that myth. But even English government is not going to fall out because of you. What is such a hurry? He said, no, I have to go there because I have to attend a ball. So you can imagine. All this time saving and all this horrible thing is to waste time there. People try to save their time. just to go for a discotheque or for a drinking party. Just imagine, they must go in right time for a drinking party. What is for a drunkard, whether you go early or later? In any case, you will get drunk, no problem. And others who are drunk will not know when you came and when you went away. So there is no need to hurry up so much. That doesn't mean that you should be always late at a place. I don't mean that. But one should not hurry up. You will be much more in time if you do not hurry up. You will be just in time if you do not hurry up. It is better not to hurry than to be such a slave of your watches. Because the time that is to be saved is not for all these nonsensical things, but is an urge from within to save the time for meditation. The time has come for us to get our realization and to meditate within ourselves and to grow within ourselves and to transform into the new awareness of God's realization. This is why we are seeking the time. That's why we have to have the watch to know how many hours are there left for us to meditate. This urge has been misunderstood by human beings and they are misusing it for some another purpose. I am sure after some time they will realize, because this kind of madness leads to horrible diseases. Another disease that people normally suffer from, especially in Delhi is very common, is diabetes. Diabetes is caused because the same center which is using its power to supply the cells, the fat cells for your brain, has to look after also the pancreas. Now the pancreas is the one which digests your sugars. Now if all the time you are thinking, all the time you are planning, then what can this poor one center do? It cannot work out the pancreas. And that's how only the so-called educated and planners get diabetes. It's a balancing. Because they use too much of their right side and the left side is completely frozen. What happens? That all their left side problems start. The nature takes its respite. It tries to teach you through these methods. If you do not understand that you have to lead a balanced life, the other problems can crop up like kidney troubles. But the worst of all is the heart attack. Only a person who works very hard, thinks too much of himself and thinks that he is the one who is the supporter of the whole kingdom and the one who stands like Giridhari ji with a finger in his hand, all such people are apt to get heart attacks. Absolutely no doubt about it. Because they work so hard. They work out their right side and don't worry about their left side. The left side goes to a point. The another type is the type which worries too much about their body, physical health, like Hatha Yoga, now so-called Hatha Yoga of the modern times. If you do too much of exercises and too much of physical exercises, you neglect your spirit, which is your heart. There is no balance between your heart and the spirit. The heart is all the time working for giving you more blood for your these horrible exercises that you are doing. There is no need for you to take out all your intestines and put them back. Some people do such horrible these exercises. I don't know for what. What is the need to do such exercises indiscriminately? Of course, in Sahajayoga also after realization, you have to do certain asanas according to the need of the chakras. If the Swadishthana chakra is caught up on the left side or right side, there are certain asanas one has to do. But if you do at that time some other chakra, other exercise, you will spoil it worse. Because you will spoil that center which is alright, because it is alright, why are you bending it? And the another one which is spoiled is not attended to. There is a big knowledge about it. I should say there is a big science about all these things. If you do not know that, and if you just do it indiscriminately, it would be that you just have a little cold and you are taking all the medicines right from cancer up to TB. This is so indiscriminate, doing all the asanas all the time and then end up your life with a heart attack. Those who pay too much attention also outside get a heart attack. Actually, these are all ego-oriented people. You see, on the right-hand side, when you think too much, When you use the right side, you develop your ego. It can be very subtle. It can go very subtle. If you hear of a person, he's a great gentleman, know that there's a very cunning ego there. Because he knows that you have to be very polite with your ego, otherwise people will know that you are egoistical. So they are extremely humble. Ego can only disappear when you get realization. Before that, the ego exists in a subtler and a subtlest form. After realization, when the Kundalini rises, she sucks in both the ego and superego, and you become the self. This happening has to take place. Otherwise, we live with ego all the time. Krishna realized it long time back, 6,000 years back. Krishna realized it that people cannot give up ego easily. It's not simple to explain to them that you have ego, because if you tell somebody, you will have it. So it's better to do it in a way that they would understand. And that's how the whole Gita is nothing but a great diplomacy of Shri Krishna, the great incarnation, the complete incarnation of diplomacy. He has played tricks with Arjuna, and you are all still playing the tricks. You are still with it. When he said that get the jnana, means that your awareness must be enlightened, you must get your enlightenment. That is the first thing he said. He is not a shopkeeper. So he said the direct thing, that you get your enlightenment, get your jnana. That's the first thing he said. Jnana means not reading the books, but jnana means your attention must be enlightened. Your awareness must be enlightened. You should become a jnani means you know. Just by feeling on your fingers, you can know what is the problem with you and what is the problem of others. You become, it's not a question of just giving a lecture to people that do this and do that and do this. But it just happens to you that you just become. And this is what he has said, that you become the Jnani. Now, Arjuna asked that you are saying that you become a Sakshi and a Jnani. And here you are saying that you go and fight in the war. You see, when you are realized you fight in the war, you don't fight. You just see as a Sakshi. You just used as an instrument of God to fight the horrible people. But he did not understand. He did not understand this subtle point. So Krishna tried a trick on him. He said, all right, what you do is to do your karma and put it at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is an impossible situation, is an absurd condition. This is the best way of diplomacy, to put an absurd condition so they fall into their own traps. He said, you do all the karmas of the world and put it at the lotus feet of God Almighty. Now it's an absurd condition, it can never happen. But many people believe in this Brahma, that mother, we do all the work and put it at the lotus feet of the Lord. You cannot. In a subtler way you may say, rationally you may say, with your mouth you may say, but you cannot, because the ego exists within you. It is there. Now how to get rid of the ego? You fight with it, it will become even bigger. Just like a balloon, if you fight with it, it goes bigger and bigger and bigger. And some people have an ego so big that if looking at them, I sometimes find that it might grow into a horn. It can be horribly bad. See, people have ego in the places. Like India, most surprisingly, when we get the idea of getting developed, we should know the people who have done that job in the West have got such an ego-oriented personality that they want to run away from this ego morning till evening. They are so fed up with it that when we are trying to develop ourselves, we are just doing it by increasing our ego. When we work out our right side, our ego develops as a byproduct, and which surrounds our heart. It surrounds our heart. A man who gets egoistical becomes so much dry. He cannot talk to anyone properly. As I told you, they bark. They suddenly become so dry. If they have to talk to someone, then they think it is too much to talk to someone who is so low. They start feeling that they are very high people, they are of very great positions, they are very rich, and these are all low people. All such nonsensical ideas start cropping into their heart, and their heart becomes all enveloped with ego. Then it goes to a point where the ego becomes too much, then you get a heart attack. All those people who say Gayatri Mantra without any authority, working on the right hand side also. If you say your Gayatri Mantra without any authority, you will get a very weak heart. All such people will get heart troubles. Please take him out. Huh? Yes, take. Now, it is important for all of us to know what is the problem with us and how to look after ourselves. We should not try to put our attention outside to such an extent that we neglect our heart. If God has given us, say, some position, must know that you must love. You must have your emotions. For example, I've seen government servants in Delhi, because my husband has been a government servant all his life. I know they have no time for their wives, they have no time for their children. They are so busy. You never see their faces in the daytime. You have to always put the light on. And if you see them in the daytime, you don't recognize them. Once they wear their pants, they are out of gear. You can't talk to them except for 5-year plan which has failed many a times. So, these people should know that you must spend some time with your emotions, with your family, with your children, with other people. Have some loving rapport with other people of the society. Look after that side also. Those people who do not do such things are in for trouble. I have told so many people that be careful, that you should not get a heart attack. There are some gurus who are also good at giving heart attacks. There are many gurus who just give a heart attack to the husband whose wife is his devotee. It's a very common feature of many gurus who gave a heart attack to the partner of his devotee so that he gets all the money, all the property, and the wife or the husband at his lotus feet. All such things should be avoided. We have to be affectionate, we have to be kind, we have to control our tongue and be sweet to others and nice to others. Not that thinking if we are nice to anyone, we are doing something great. We have to be generous people. We have to give as much as we can, we should give. What is there to feel that you are doing anything for anyone? This is the greatest, subtlest ego that people think we are serving the nation or we are serving the poor. Who is serving whom? Who is the other? If this finger is serving this finger, do you say that I am serving this finger? Who is the other? If they are all the part and parcel of the whole of one primordial being, then you are just helping yourself. You are not helping anybody else. But this is only possible when you get your realization. Without realization, all this talk is talk, 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 and talk and talk. If you have to have any such idea that by just telling yourself you will forget it, you cannot. You have to have your realization by which you become another person. Then how you talk? What Krishna has said, that you become akarma. Akarma becomes it. You just don't feel you are doing anything. For example, now if you have a Sahajayogi here and if you ask him to awaken your Kundalini, he'll just tell me, Mother, it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up, it doesn't go, it doesn't. He doesn't say, I'm not doing it. He doesn't say so. It becomes a akarma. He doesn't have to say that I have done this realization, I have cured this person. No. He said she's not getting cured. The Kundalini is not rising. The realization could not be established. This is going wrong because the whole concept of doing the work is finished as soon as you become a hollow personality. There's a beautiful story of Shri Krishna and Radha. Once Radha ji felt jealous of the Murali and she said that, Oh Lord, why do you have this Murali all the time at your lips? What is so special about her? She went and asked Murali about it. Murali smiled and she said, don't you know that my speciality is that I have no speciality. I am a hollow person. He plays and the whole thing flows through me. I see that. People say the Murali is played. I laugh at it. It is he who is playing through me. I have become a hollow personality. In the same way, when the akarma is established, you become that. Same about the bhakti. When people start singing too much, like mad, you see, unless and until I see you, I'll cut my throat or jump before the fast-moving train and all those things. When you try such tricks, you must know that you will be attacked by some possession. Some people dance like mad, thinking that they have got God in them. God doesn't dance that way. Some people get bhoots into themselves and they say that Devi has come into me. Devi, to be born in the body is not an easy thing. It needs a very special type of a body to have 35 crores of gods to be settled in the body, to manage the 35 crores of chakras. It's not easy for a Devi to enter into any dictum and harry and to make the person dance. Moreover, one has to know that if you have got the Devi Tattva, or if you are a realized soul, you become completely control with yourself. You do not dance as the so-called Devi or so-called Bhoot comes into you and makes you dance. Anybody who does anything out of control, or anything that happens out of control, one must know is not done by you but by somebody else, because you have lost your possession and somebody else has possessed you. It's a very, very common practice of all these fake gurus. They'll give you a mantra. Now, this is another thing I have to talk about, because today somebody requested me, is a very common practice of people giving naam. I don't know from where did they get this idea. This is something I just can't understand. Nama was given to people at the time when they had a particular chakra sketch. For example, say, your Nabhi chakra is caught. Then they would say that take the name of Vishnu or Lakshmi Narayan, whatever may be the case. Or supposing your void is, then they may say Vahaguru, or say Guru's name and all that. But that's a different thing. When the Guru is a realized soul, he knows where is your problem. But how can you give that name permanently to someone? It is impossible. Because the Kundalini moves. As soon as you take the name of the Guru, the Kundalini will move upward. If there is an obstruction, you have to take the name of the deity that is here. If there is no obstruction, it will move here. If there is an obstruction here, you have to take the name here. It's a living force. I told you, it's a living God and it's a living force. It doesn't stay, it's not static permanently at a place that you go on saying the same thing again and again. Maybe your Kundalini is just here to burst out and you are just taking the name of something much lower. That's how we spoil our chakras. You'll be amazed. Those people who do Shiva Puja in the hand. I've seen people who do Shiva Puja in the hand. They'll put the linga, stand on one head. I don't know what else they do. Might be tying up their shendi somewhere. And I don't know what else they do. But whatever they do, they worship God. They say, oh, we have done this. Then we have put so much of Bela Patras and thousands of Bela Patras, and they'll make people take out the Bela Patras with a bath and everything, so that all of them will have wet clothes. They will all get pneumonia, and this lady who will be doing this puja will herself get into great sickness. All this nonsense they will do just to say, oh, I have put 1 lakh of Bela Patra to Shiva. Now this kind of nonsense is taking you away not only from God but from good health also. All these rituals are of no value to you unless and until you know what is to be done in your case. There is no light, supposing in this room. Now you have come to put a curtain here. Now you don't know where is the window. You don't know where is the rail. Where will you put the curtain? You may put it there and it may be all spoiled. It is like that. You must know where is the problem. You must know how far to go with it. You must know how to correct it. It's a knowledge. It's not a blind man's work. It has to be done with light within you to understand where is the problem. And that is how these people just gave names. It is to such an extent that some people are charging 300 pounds for one name. And the name given is Tinga and Inga. There are some foreigners here who have had this kind of a name also. And they were told that it should be without any meaning, so it is even better. And then some of them have been told that if you pay 3,000 pounds, then you can fly in the air. I said, put your guru on this leaning tower of peace and throw him down. Let us see. If he can fly, then you can fly. At least make the guru fly for a change. All such nonsensical ideas are given with this kind of a basic ignorance of people, that name cannot be given by anyone. Only thing is, when the Kundalini is rising, you yourself should know where is the Kundalini and you should be able to raise it. Of course, at the time of Gyaneshwara, we can say he gave a name to his sister, to a point. Because he knew she had a problem at a particular chakra, he said, now you take this name. Only once. He didn't give it to every Dick, Tom and Harry. Here, if you go to a place, there is a big a box kept, seva. For seva, there's a big box first of all, with a big slit. You see, supposing you have a big check or a big dollar note or something, it must go in straight. So there's a big box of seva kept. You go and put the money there. You go there, the guru is sitting at the 7th floor, who doesn't know how to talk now, who has had 3 heart attacks, who is sitting with a lumpy face, and you go there and you get a name. Somebody comes and tells you in the name, I've got the name, I've got the name, I've got the name. Then you can drink, you can smoke, you can smuggle, you can do what you like. Doesn't matter. There's no transformation, nothing. They are just the same as other nonsensical people are. This is not religion. The religion that doesn't give you transformation, doesn't give you your personality, has no meaning at all. It means your sustenance. And that is what is happening also in so-called temples. I would say there are many places where we have the deities which are realized, which give vibrations. There are, but I don't want to tell you in Delhi, because when I told them, the fellow sitting there made all the money. So the thing is, you cannot make money out of God. These vibrations are flowing free just like sunshine. You cannot make money. Money and God doesn't go hand in hand. God doesn't know any money business. You must know that He does not know that there is a way of creating money by just printing papers. This is impossible for anybody to get God through money. This is your own problem, this is human problem, this is human beings have created, you better deal with it. God has created this universe. How much money did you pay to become a human being from a monkey? How much money do you pay for sowing a seed in the soil to the Mother Earth? Do you pay any money? How much money are we going to pay for our realization? What do you have? What is your wealth? What can you pay? It is something so invaluable. You can pay anything you like. You cannot pay what you have got in your realization. That is all God has given you. He has given you a beautiful kundalini. He has given you your old yantra. He has given you your spirit. Now what can you pay Him except for complete gratitude for what He has done? Just to sing His mahima, to sing His glory, that's all you can do. But just to think that you can buy Him and purchase Him and also organize Him is another foolishness and stupidity. You have to be sensible enough. Everything should be logically understood, that how can you purchase God in the market. People asked me the other day the question whether you have an ashram in London. Of course, surprising I could not establish in India because they all wanted black money, black money, black money. I said, Baba, I have no black money and I do not want to pay any black money. I want to do it straight. At least there should be one place without black money. Can't you do it? At the last minute, they would say, give us a bribe or give us a black money. And I could not establish a center till today in your great yoga country, Yoga Bhumi, India. But in London, we have a center for which I don't know. These people have collected their own money because they are paying for the rent of the house. They were paying the rent. They all pay the rent. They have combined together, taken a house, and they are paying the rent. Finished. What money do you need for? For what do you need? You need supposing for this hall, you need a money. All right, little bit you can arrange a money and you do it. What is there to have the money for the guru? A guru, if he's poor, he lives like a poor. Christ was a carpenter's son. Did he collect any money for himself? If he is a rich man, all right, he can enjoy his wealth or he need not. If he's a rich man, it's better that he should pay some money for this work, which I have to pay myself sometimes. In the same way, one has to understand that money cannot buy God. It is too valuable. It is so great. It is supreme. And the one who wants God should not ask anything that is material. Should not. Should ask for the Parama. Ask for the highest, the central thing, the tattva, the principle of it, from which everything flows. As I told you yesterday, Krishna has said, Yoga Kshema Vahamyam. He did not say Kshema Yoga. You have to get your yoga by which your Kshema will be worked out. All your problems, material problems, all these things will be worked out. And how they work out, I'll tell you tomorrow, how the Lakshmi Tattva is enlightened within you through the Navi Chakra. But today I have talked to you about Swadhisthana Chakra. Now you must know that Swadhisthana Chakra is like a lotus. And the deity of Swadhisthana Chakra is Brahmadeva and Saraswati. It moves on both the sides. It can go in the inner areas also. It can move everywhere because it's a very flexible stalk with which it moves. So it manifests outside in the gross, the aortic plexus. And it supplies all these areas with blood. But the real energy comes from the subtle Swadhisthana Chakra, which is placed in the spinal cord around the Navi Chakra, as you see. Now, this Swadhisthana Chakra is to be looked after. In Delhi, Swadhisthana Chakra is the first problem. Firstly, because you think too much. Secondly, you think you are running the show. Thirdly, the water of Delhi is not good. I have requested all the people, all the Sahajogis to boil their food, water and drink it. And never drink water outside. All kinds of problems. Because water boiled, because from Navi, the Swadhisthana Chakra has arisen. Moreover, one has to know how to give balance to oneself when the Swadhisthana is out. Now, on the moving left, what you are doing is you are awakening your left side. You are awakening your left side. You can do it now. Raise it now from your left. Go higher and bring it down. See? Now what you are doing is you are awakening your frozen power of Saraswati. By this, you are giving power to the Swadhisthana Chakra, which is absolutely tired. You do it 7 times, you will feel very much better. By that, your ego will come down also, because it moves downward. And it creates a space for superego to come in and a balance is established. Do it 7 times, you'll feel very much better. Very much better you'll feel. All of you should try. Because after that you'll say, Mother, you have not got realization, then I'm not going to listen to that. Please do it. It's very simple. Now put your hands towards me. Some of you will start feeling the cool breeze as it is. Can you open the windows, please?
आदिशक्ति का संपूर्ण मंत्र लेते हैं। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। अब हम आरती की तैयारी करते हैं।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा माँ, कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है। फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो ये सके जो सेवा, हो ये सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रलिंग
स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की
जय।
परम पूज्य श्री माताजी के चरणों पर प्रार्थनाएं अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माताजी, आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद दिया, हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम सभी सहजी आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु आप हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का एक शुद्ध, पवित्र, प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कीजिए और हमें चैतन्य से कृपा आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा कीजिए। जय श्री माताजी। Now we will offer our prayers. Shri Mataji, we surrender today's collective meditation at your lotus feet and we express our deepest gratitude for giving us the joy of collectivity and pure knowledge through your Amritvani. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, please make us the pure and powerful instrument of spreading Sahajayoga. Shri Mataji, please accept all our prayers and kindly bless us. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's take collective bandhan. हम सभी कुंडलिनी चढ़ाकर बंधन लेते हैं। आज की सूचनाएं इस प्रकार। नए साधकों के लिए साप्ताहिक ऑनलाइन ध्यान केंद्र लर्निंग सहजयोगा यूट्यूब चैनल द्वारा प्रति शनिवार को शाम 6:30 से 7:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित हो रहा है। इसकी नई बैच 2 जुलाई से आरंभ हुई है और इसका अगला सत्र 12 नवंबर को होगा। नए साधकों को ये जानकारी प्रदान करें ताकि सहयोग सीखने में उन्हें मदद होगी। श्री भैरवनाथ पूजा और सेमिनार 10, 11, 12 नवंबर को नेपाल से मनाया जाएगा। श्री विराट पूजा 27 नवंबर को APJ स्कूल सेक्टर नंबर 16A नोएडा, नई दिल्ली से मनाई जाएगी। क्रिसमस पूजा महोत्सव 23 दिसंबर से 25 दिसंबर 2022 नारगोल, गुजरात में होगा। कल के कार्यक्रम इस प्रकार। अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे से। आज का ध्यान सत्र यही संपन्न होता है। आप सभी को जय श्री माताजी। आइए हम सहज संगीत का आनंद लेते हैं। जय श्री माताजी।
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मयि देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। जय जय गणेश, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारी, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारी, जय जय गणेश जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारे, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरार, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारे, जय जय गणेश हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, हे गणपति दीन दयाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, हे गणपति दीन दयाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारी, सुंदर पंक्तियां। तुम आओ कारज सिद्ध करो रघुनंदन, तुम आओ कारज सिद्ध करो शिवनंदन, सबसे पहले गणनाथ तुम्हारा वंदन, सबसे पहले गणनाथ तुम्हारा वंदन, पहनाऊं सुरभित माल पधारो पूजन में, पहनाऊं सुरभित माल पधारो पूजन में, हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारे, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारी। सुंदर भाव। तुम दया करो तो पाप मिटे सब क्षण में, तुम दया करो तो पाप मिटे सब क्षण में, तुम कृपा करो तो शत्रु विजय हो रण में, तुम कृपा करो तो शत्रु विजय हो रण में, तुम काल के भी हो काल पधारो पूजन में, तुम काल के भी हो काल पधारो पूजन में, हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, हे पार्वती के लाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, हे गणपति दीन दयाल पधारो पूजन में, पधारो पूजन में, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारे, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध सदन जय असुरारी, जय जय गणेश मंगलकारी, जय सिद्ध
प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, फिर जगत के सगर काम, फिर जगत के सगर काम, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो। चरण कमल परवार जाऊं, चरण कमल परवार जाऊं, चरण कमल परवार जाऊं, चरण कमल परवार जाऊं, तेरे चरण तीर्थ चारों धाम, तेरे चरण तीर्थ चारों धाम, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो। निर्मल निर्मल नाम जपूं मैं, 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 माँ की महिमा को तू भी जान, माँ की महिमा को तू भी जान, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो। निर्मल नाम को मन में बसा ले, 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 बना ले अपने बिगड़े काम, बना ले अपने बिगड़े काम, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो। सब धन से ऊंचा निर्मल धन है, सब धन से ऊंचा निर्मल धन है, सब धन से ऊंचा निर्मल धन है, धन से ऊंचा निर्मल धन है। सहज योग में डूब के तू भी जान, सहज योग में डूब के तू भी जान। प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहार, प्रथम ध्यान धरो तिहारो। निर्मल नाम है प्रेम का सागर, निर्मल नाम है प्रेम का सागर। निर्मल नाम है प्रेम का सागर, निर्मल नाम है प्रेम का सागर। तू भी प्रेम से नाता बांध, तू भी प्रेम से नाता बांध। प्रथम ध्यान